Hey. So hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of TechOut Talks. And today we're going to be speaking about this impressive lineup of smartphones. We're actually going to have a review soon on all these phones by Billy over here.
So yeah, it's kind of cool. But first, we want to thank Sony, HTC, and Moto for loaning us these phones for review. Thank you so much. Well, let's just get straight into it. So these three phones are I think the latest lineup from the Android manufacturers this season, and each of them has some really interesting specs and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's go through each of these slowly. So. Over here we have the Sony Xperia XZ Premium. Yeah, that's quite a mouthful, but basically this is Sony's latest flagship phone.
I think it's a very pretty phone.
Yeah, it is very nice. I mean, at first when I looked at it, right, it's actually made out of glass.
Yeah.
So when I first looked at it, I was like, okay, this looks a lot like the Galaxy S7.
Yeah.
And sometimes even the iPhone 7, it's got the same kind of aesthetic, but the way that it's designed, the curves around the edges and stuff like that, even the mirror finish, it's very well done. Even the blacks inside. So I think it's actually
it's quite unique because it's a bit boxy, the shape. It's a bit which you don't see in phones usually nowadays. You see all the other phones, they are just
rounded.
They are rounded.
Actually, this is it's Sony's trademark design. In the past, the Xperia Z series, used to be this completely boxy phone. It wasn't even rounded, so the edges were kind of sharp.
Yeah,
but for the XZ Premium and the later Xperia phones, they kind of rounded the edges a bit. So it still keeps that blocky shape, that people are used to, but it's rounded the corners so that it's easier to hold. It doesn't dig so much into your hand. Yeah.
So what's the special features of this one? What's the call to fame for this?
Alright, so Sony says this is the world's, I think it's the world's first smartphone with a 4K display.
4K display?
Yeah, I'm not kidding, a 4K display. So TVs, right? So we have 1080p TVs, we have QHD monitors, right? But this is a 4K smartphone. So yeah, but actually when you turn it on, right, can you tell that it's 4K? No. Yeah, that's the main thing actually. I mean, and sadly, that's the main thing that people talk about. But in reality, right, Sony actually dials down the resolution to 1080p. So it's actually 1080p when you look at it, when you're browsing the launcher and stuff like that, or even apps like Facebook. You're actually looking at this in 1080p.
So it's a 4K display phone.
Yeah.
But it's only showing you 1080p.
Yes, only on certain apps, on most apps actually. So this is to save battery.
Oh.
Yeah, usually when you have phones with a higher resolution, you've got display more pixels and it gains a lot more battery. So to save battery, Sony has dialed down the resolution.
So if I download a 4K video and I put it here, you can play in 4K?
Yes, actually, you can play it in 4K. And you can actually see it, let's say, or you can even go to YouTube actually. So YouTube actually supports 4K videos. And you can see there's a dedicated channel to 4K videos in 60 FPS. So you can kind of see how it's over here.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
it's 2160p at 60 FPS. So yeah. So I don't know what you feel about this, but I mean, does that look like TV quality to you?
Yeah, man.
It does, right?
It looks really good actually.
At first glance, it looks like, oh my god, this is stuff I'd see on a Harvey Norman or TV display.
Yeah.
But let's check it out on the Galaxy S7. So the Galaxy S7 has similar display. It's actually half resolution. It's 1440p. Yeah, but let's turn it on and see how it handles the video.
Oh, it's actually pretty good as well.
Yeah. So if you look at these two, right? What do you think? I don't know, what do you think, Zach? Give your honest thoughts.
Honestly, there's no difference between 1080p and 4K. What the eye can see is limited to.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of tech experts say, right? Beyond a certain pixels per inch, maybe 300 or 350 pixels per inch, the human eye can't really detect or see what's the difference between 1080p, 2K or 4K. right?
And 4K doesn't mean it's better. Sometimes 1080p with good quality is better than a 4K video that, you know, is substandard.
Yeah. So, well, for Sony's, implementation, it's still debatable. Some stuff looks really good, but honestly, if you look at other phones like your iPhone or even
I gotta check out my iPhone. I haven't
yeah, you should check it out. iPhone. Yeah, but I mean that's one of their so-called what do you call it?
What do you search for?
4K, 60 FPS.
Okay, I can't really see the
Yeah.
difference lah. Okay, obviously the Sony has a bigger screen. But I mean, after playing and looking at these two videos, it looks like the type of thing you see in Harvey Norman or Courts, the TV.
Yeah.
The same. Yeah. I'm actually quite surprised. I'm quite blown away actually. I don't think the iPhone can support these videos.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay, let's see. Probably at 1080p resolution, but yeah, 1080p at 60 FPS. So this is like 1080p, you have 2K, and then you have like 4K. Let me turn this on. Oh, this is a different video.
Okay, the iPhone definitely loses out lah.
It's the screen technology that
Yeah.
they use. It's still LCD and it's a bit dated. So whereas like Sony, right, they use this special, I mean, you've heard of Bravia, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have like some special branding words like Bravia, Triluminos,
Yeah.
X Reality, that kind of stuff they put inside the phone
Yeah.
as well. I mean, it kind of enhances the picture so it looks better. But I mean, when you look at it, Sony and Samsung, what do you think? What do you feel when you look at the two different phones?
What do I feel?
Yeah. Do you feel the picture quality of one is better than the other, brighter? More
Honestly,
vivid?
okay, I think the Sony's color is slightly better than the
The Samsung
Samsung.
one.
Slightly better. Maybe it's because only the 4K screen lah. But other than that, okay, frame rate I think the Sony is also slightly better, but it's almost undiscernible I think.
Yeah, it's undiscernible.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a 4K screen. It sounds good, but is it worth the price?
Yeah, exactly. So they command flagship price,
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about 1080p phones, right? Like other phones like the Moto, which is like really about I think around $800, right?
Yeah.
Or even other Xiaomi phones which are like $400. They're like 1080p screens which almost feel similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one question for you to think about. It's like whether 4K screens actually are they worth the price, or is it really a useful feature or headlining feature?
Yeah.
Yeah, something to think about. Well, anyway, the other features of this phone, it's still not a bad phone. The other main feature is like the camera itself. This is 19 megapixels, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's okay. I mean, we've heard of cameras with 21 megapixels,
Yeah.
24 megapixels, even 50 megapixels. But this is a 19 megapixel camera, so it sounds kind of ordinary. But the key feature of this is like the super slow-mo camera. So this phone can actually take slow-mo video at 960 frames per second. That's 960. In comparison, like our iPhones, right? And let's say a Samsung, you could take
25.
240 frames per second.
Yeah.
Or like
The
120
slow-mo.
frames per second.
Yeah.
So it's really
It's super slow-mo.
it's super slow mo, and it's really cool actually. Like I went to a coffee shop and I took a video of like a fan spinning. This is a fan spinning in regular speed, right? If you look at it, it's super slow mo.
Wow.
That's the kind of stuff you see. Yeah,
Oh, but there's a lot of black.
there is. It's to do with the lighting and how it syncs up with the phone's camera. So, but as you can tell, right, you can only run the 960 frames per second camera for a few seconds at a time.
Oh, you can't
You can't take a long video. Not that I found anyway. Yeah, you can take slower motion video. I mean, like regular slow motion video.
Yeah.
But
Not super
but not the super slow motion. Yeah. But some people have said that the quality isn't so good. You can tell, right?
Yeah,
There's a lot
it's
of
very
noise.
grainy.
Very grainy.
Yeah.
And I tested it in low light. It actually looks quite bad. Yeah, there's a
Wait,
lot of
this is normal lighting.
This is normal lighting. That's right. Yeah. So
Oh, I thought it was already filmed in low light.
no, it's not. It's a coffee shop in light. So that's the thing, you see? Yeah. But I mean, it's quite a cool feature. I mean, no other manufacturer has it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's something worth thinking about. You know, if you want to buy the Sony Xperia XZ Premium.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotta ask, what's the charging port?
So the charging port is USB-C.
Ah.
So that's like you know, the micro USB, it runs at certain speeds, right?
Yeah.
Like USB-C 3.1, it's a lot faster.
Yeah.
And it can support, I think, higher current. It charges it basically a little
Charges
bit
faster, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So Sony, they included I believe they included a quick charger in the box. So that's, I mean, that's a good thing.
Is it the same for the other
Yeah.
phones?
Yeah. It's pretty much the same with other
Cool.
phones. So USB-C is becoming like the standard of
Yeah.
phones nowadays. Not only is the port like more durable, or like, you know, it's like, I don't know what you call it, like you can only like insert it the right way once.
Yeah.
You know, whereas
and
like
then
micro USB, they're like, okay, no, this is not it. You got
Yeah.
yeah.
It all started with iPhone, right? Is that like...
Exactly. Yeah. So we took a while for Android to like catch up, but you know, it's good to see a lot of phones.
I think USB-C is a better version of the Lightning cable.
Yeah. I mean, Lightning is quite decent.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
iPhone should definitely change to USB-C.
yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully.
You know, from Apple watching this should think this.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it for the Sony Xperia. I mean, all in all, it's quite a nice phone. It's got flagship specs, Snapdragon 835. Basically, that's like the top of the line processor for Android. It's got 64 gigs of storage. I believe it's around a 3,400 mAh battery. It's okay. I've used this for like maybe a day or two. The average battery life you get, I mean, should be able to last you a day if you're content.
Yeah.
But if, you know, if you're playing stuff like, you know, I tested this on Netflix. Right? If you play Netflix straight on this, right, it lasts you about maybe 5 to 6 hours, which is okay. You know, it's not too bad for a flagship phone.
Okay, there's a headphone jack, so don't worry.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, good thing about Sony is that, you know, if you use their Sony stuff, right, like let's say, noise cancelling earphones and stuff, right. Apparently they work with the XZ Premium better than like all the other phones. Like if you use it with the Samsung, it won't have it, but if you plug it in, right, it sounds better. Yeah, I don't know how true it is, but you know, you can test it out at the Sony store if you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you keep saying premium. So what's the difference between premium and the non-premium version?
Well, the non-premium version doesn't have a 4K screen. I think that's all.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the price difference?
I believe this is probably. I'm not too sure about the price itself, but okay, let's check out the price. Well, but in the meantime, you can talk like you can talk about the other phones. This is the HTC U11. Right? You wanna just give a quick run through?
So this HTC U11 is the world's first squeezable phone.
Yeah. There you go.
So when you squeeze the phone, it does something. So we mapped it into the camera, and if you squeeze it again, it takes a picture.
Anyway, this video is being filmed with this phone.
Yeah.
Just to throw it out there. Okay, so you've been using this phone for a few days already, right?
For 3 to 4 days.
How is it so far compared to your Xiaomi?
My previous phone was a Xiaomi, so this is, to say, one of my first flagship phones, and it's pretty good. The battery life lasts around one whole day, and if you use it watching YouTube or surfing the net, it can last you 5 to 6 hours.
So it's like around 5 to 6 hours of screen on time.
Screen on time, yeah.
So when you map your squeeze to?
Same camera, and
Oh, that's the default lah.
the default is camera. And if you hold, if you squeeze and hold, you can do something else also. So I made mine into the screenshot.
Also, if you squeeze and hold the squeeze, it will screenshot the...
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually quite useful.
It is.
Or
So
you
like
can-
for me, I what I did is that I connected to Spotify because I listen to music a lot. So you know, you squeeze it once, right? You get the camera, but you know, if you squeeze it another time, like you squeeze and hold, then it goes Spotify comes
But how
out.
hard is the squeezing?
No, you can customize it. So you see, squeeze and hold, and Spotify comes out. You can actually customize it within the settings. So like, let's say if you're a stronger person, you squeeze like really heavily, right? You know, it actually like allows you to customize the squeeze strength.
No, actually it's not that.
Yeah, it's not that because I set it too low. Yeah, because honestly, like I don't want to like just like tire my hand out by like doing the shortcuts and stuff. You know, when other like phones like the XZ Premium have a little camera button here that's so easy to press. So I want something similar to that. So it's kind of light. Yeah, but the U11 is quite. I mean, if you look at it as like the surface of the phone and everything, it kind of reminds you of what other manufacturers like Samsung are doing, but with the glass.
I mean, that's what iPhone came up with right at the start. You know?
Yeah,
With
and the iPhone 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
so-
they took it away for some reason.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I think the reason why they took it was because it was a fingerprint
Yeah,
magnet,
yeah.
lots of stuff. But also it's a bit fragile. Yeah, which
Where
is
it's more
like,
fragile with.
yeah, which is one of the decisions we're a bit puzzled about from HTC, because like HTC is typically a phone manufacturer which is known for durability.
Yeah.
And like the past few phones, you know, from HTC M7, M8, M9, M10 have all been solid metal. It's like a solid metal frame. They've always been saying solid metal unibody, you know,
Yeah.
so much stronger than like, you know, plastic or like glass. Glass is so fragile. And then suddenly like, you know, now they come out of a glass phone. Yeah, but I mean, while
This is
they're
glass.
it is.
Doesn't
It is.
look like glass.
It doesn't, but the reason is because they put the glass through a special kind of process where underneath there's like a little metallic sheen, and like they kind of like bond different like chemicals together to produce a very nice color. So actually, if you look at it from different angles, right? So right now it looks kind of like silver, but if you look at it from different angles, it kind of looks like a deep blue.
Yeah.
You know, and like you can see it in like other colors like red. So red, right, when you look at it from this angle, it looks like red, but when you turn it a bit, it looks orange.
Yeah.
They call it sunset red. So that's the special thing about, you know, HTC's well, the new body. It's called liquid surface. Yeah, but to be honest, like one of the drawbacks is that it's fingerprint.
Yeah.
And it's fingerprint. It's got a fingerprint. It's a lot of fingerprints. But well, they've included a little transparent case in the box.
Does it affect the squeeze function?
No, not at all, because they have this little area exposed.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's kind of handy and it protects against fingerprints, and you can still see the beautiful sheen, you know, of your phone.
Yeah.
So that's a nice thing that HTC has included, but other manufacturers like let's say Samsung or Sony, right, they don't bother to include. So it's a real generous thing from HTC to include inside.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's USB-C.
Yeah, that's
Is
right.
there a headphone jack?
No, there isn't.
Oh, there isn't.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about that, personally?
Hey, friends.
Yeah, I know, right? Join the iPhone
But
club.
they do provide special headphones for this.
Yeah.
The one that customizes your senses your earlobe and customizes the sound.
Yeah, so it's called U-Sonic, and basically what it does is that it connects to the USB-C, and then the U-Sonic has little microphones inside, you know, inside the nozzle of the earphone. So when you put it on, you can actually customize your sound signature. It blasts static in your ears to map out your ear canal structure, and then it like kind of like customizes the sound profile to your ears. So I mean, I tested it out. It sounds better, but I mean, it just sounds bassier.
Bassier.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because my ears don't pick up as much, or something like that. Yeah, it sounds super high tech, but you know, it is what it is. It's earphones, you know, connected by USB-C.
And if you want to use the normal headphones, right, they do provide the USB-C to the 3.5mm.
There's an adapter, is it?
The adapter.
Yeah.
Same
Okay.
as the iPhone.
As a user of the iPhone 7, I gotta say that lack of headphone jack really forces me to do something which is go wireless.
Yeah.
I'm now just constantly looking for wireless earphones. I don't really look at wired earphones anymore because having to find the adapter to plug into your 3.5mm jack just to use your phone just to listen using earphones.
Yeah.
I feel it's too much of a hassle.
It's a hassle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're happy that, you know, HTC is pretty generous. I mean, they got this case, and then they provide the earphones, and then they provide the adapter. But yeah, it is what it is. The adapter is just a hassle.
How often do you bring your adapter out everywhere you go? I mean, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah, it's a kind of the thing. And like the other questionable thing I found about USB-C earphones, right, is that you know you have all these phones with different USB-C. You have the MacBook, right?
Yeah.
They only work with the HTC U11. They don't work with any other devices. Which is like a question. I'm still trying to figure out why.
Wait, so you use that special USB-C
Earphones. I've tried it out on this. I've tried it out on a MacBook before.
What happened?
Well, basically you can't hear anything.
No sound?
No, it doesn't detect as an audio device. I'm not sure why. Perhaps it's a proprietary thing with the U11. Maybe it's got some special chip. But I mean, it's something for you, you know, to take note of. You know, if you're interested in this USB-C.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the U11's call to fame is visible function, right?
Yeah.
But I heard one thing very good about this is actually its camera.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually commendable. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the best of them. I mean, they always boast that, oh, this is the highest DxO mark score or stuff like that. Or like it's like a benchmark. But it's actually okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's too good. It's actually not too bad.
What's the megapixel?
So this is 12 megapixels.
Compared to these things at 19.
This is a 19 megapixel.
Yeah.
But the difference between this, right, and let's say this, it's the kind of sensor that they use. So 12 megapixels is a lower megapixel count, so that means your photos are literally smaller. You know, if you take it and you look at it on the computer, you know, maybe the Sony is a little bit more detailed. But the difference between this and this is that this sensor, the sensor on the U11, the ultra pixel sensor, has bigger pixels, so they take in more light. So generally you get brighter, more colorful photos that can handle, like, you know, brightness very well. Sometimes if you take photos with the Sony, one thing I realized is that if it's too bright, it can't really process the photos very well. Like there are some bright spots here and there, and like overblown.
With the Sony lah.
Yeah, with the Sony. It was a problem with HTC before, but they've solved it with the U11. Yeah, it's got really nice colored photos.
And what about the professional mode?
That's another cool thing. You can actually set the shutter speed, the ISO, all the different stuff.
I mean, all these things can't really be done with other smartphones, right?
They actually can. This has a pro mode.
This also has a pro mode.
Yeah, the Samsung also has a pro mode. This has a semi-pro mode, but you know, it's the usual like color temperature.
I don't think this has a pro mode.
No, this definitely doesn't have a pro mode. Yeah, but you know, the cool thing about HTC is that I find their user interface is very user friendly. You know, if you want to find the shutter speed, it's intuitive and stuff like that. Whereas on the Sony and the Samsung, you got to dig into the settings and okay, here's pro mode, okay, here's your shutter speed, you set it. It's not so intuitive, but this is more intuitive, I feel. Yeah. So I mean, I've taken a comparison between this, you know, the U11, the Sony Xperia XZ Premium, and the Samsung Galaxy S7. I kind of feel that the photos are not bad. They are on par with flagships.
Which one?
Yeah.
U11.
The U11, yeah. I mean, it's something worth considering, you know, if you want to get a phone. Megapixels aren't really everything, right?
Yeah,
but image quality
it's a sensor also, and the screen.
So, you know, if you're ever around let's say a telco, you know, with HTC, you're going to try it out, I recommend you try the back camera, and not only that, but the front camera as well. So the front camera is, I believe it's 13 megapixel, oh sorry, 16 megapixels.
Pretty decent.
It's very decent. Compared to the Galaxy S7, how many megapixels do you think it has?
This one?
Yeah. You?
12?
Yes? No, 5.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And people have like slammed, you know, Samsung for that, you know, 5 megapixels only. And on the S8, I believe it's 8 megapixels, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so this is a very, very high megapixel count. So generally, the selfies are a lot more interesting, you know.
And the squeeze function was built with the selfie.
Exactly. So, you know, if you actually take a selfie, you can just squeeze it here. And there you go. Yeah, it's that easy. Whereas, like, you know, other phones, well, you can't really do that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, I would say the top features for this are like the squeeze function, the camera, right? And you know, if you like this kind of surface, it's a liquid surface. Yeah.
It looks good.
But other than that, you know, inside it's all it's got pretty powerful specs. Snapdragon 835 as well. 6 gigabytes of RAM, that's a lot,
yeah.
And 128 gigs of storage with SD card support. So if you're a memory hog like me, you know, it's no problem. You know, you can use this phone to download all your apps, your movies and stuff.
Okay, which is faster, Sony or HTC?
That is something we have to test out. It is actually using the same processor, so they should be head to head. But some differences in hardware may tweak in, and then like one phone's favor or the other. So it's something we need to test out.
Okay, have you checked the price yet?
So yeah, this sells for 1098.
Ooh,
Yeah, so it's pretty pricey, whereas like this sells for 988.
Oh, the HTC is cheaper. Okay,
Yeah,
but this is
it
the
is.
premium version, which is why it's so much more expensive.
Exactly. So I mean, if you think about it, you're paying maybe about $100 more for 4K.
For 4K screen.
So
which you can't really see.
Yeah. Well, it's something some people like, some people don't like. I mean, what I've noticed is that basically the Sony, they have like very true to life colors.
Yeah, yeah.
And the U11 has more, you know, it's more muted. You know, in some situations, the colors are a bit okay. Yeah, it's a very regular screen, but this is like only slightly better. So you know, if the screen matters to you, you know, can consider the Sony. If slow-mo matters to you, you can consider the Sony. But you know, if you like the squeezable function, like I said, the camera, all around very beautiful phone, you can go for this.
Okay, unfortunately we don't have the S8 here today. But have you used the screen before? Have you?
At the S8?
Yeah.
Yes. The S8 screen so far, in my opinion, is the best.
It's better than all these.
It is. Yeah, because of two things. One is that it uses AMOLED technology.
Yeah.
So that essentially makes the photos a lot, sorry, not the photos, the screen experience a lot more vivid. There's a lot more colors, right? And it's a lot more contrasty. Yeah. And not only that, but the entire screen of the phone is like it's like curved, you know.
The Infinity
it's
display, right?
the Infinity display. It's really edge to edge.
It looks
If
good,
you,
yeah.
if you compare, you know, the HTC of this, right? The HTC has huge bezels out here. It's a really a waste of space, you know. If
Yeah.
you look at it from the Samsung, and even worse, which is one of the things, you know, I said Sony has like a dated design.
Yeah, yeah.
If you put this next to the S8, it's really dated. You know, the bezels are huge. Whereas like Samsung, you know, even on the S7, you can see they really put the bezels to the test. It's like you can see the edge. It's almost touching the edge. It's really, it's something that Sony really needs to get right. Yeah. So I mean, well, that's about it. I mean, that's the Sony Xperia XZ Premium, and that's the HTC U11.
Okay, and now we haven't touched on this phone yet. I
So-
think we recently just took a Facebook Live video on this.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So how's the experience in using it so far?
Alright, so basically this is the Moto Z2 Play, and honestly, you know, it is not a flagship phone, right? This only has a Snapdragon
No, it doesn't work
620.
that way.
Yeah, so it's only a Snapdragon 626 processor, you know. But you know, you might ask, you know, what's the headlining feature? You know, it's just a mid-range phone. Well, not all phones can do this. This is a modular display. Basically, this is called Moto Mods, right? And the Moto Z2 Play has this little pogo pins in the back, so it can work with a variety of mods. You can check out our other video for, you know, the more hands-on of the
Yeah,
mods.
we went through with all of the different mods that they provided on the day.
Yeah.
And during the launch.
So one of it is this turbo power. Basically, it fast charges your phone, and it adds like a battery pack at the back, and it isn't that thick.
yeah, actually, it feels quite. It feels quite
rounded.
good actually.
Yeah, it feels quite
It's a
good.
bit bulky, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you like bulk, why not? Yeah.
So I mean, this is one of the cool features because this itself is like I believe it is a 3000 mAh battery, right? But this also provides another 3000, so you're getting about 6000.
Oh, that's double the
7000.
lifetime.
It's double the lifetime,
Yeah.
and it's really good. So I've done a test. So basically, what I do is that I set Netflix on this to play concurrently, right? Can you guess the battery life? So I've
with
gotten
the turbo on, is it?
no, without the turbo. So I've gotten maybe about 5 hours on this, 6 hours on these two, the Galaxy S7.
Oh, that's a
and
surprise. Okay.
Yeah, so 6 hours on the Sony Xperia XZ
Wait,
Premium.
what's the brightness setting?
100%, always 100%. So how many hours do you think I got on this
Okay, without the turbo.
without the turbo?
If you're asking me a question, I'll put higher. 7?
Okay, you?
7.
No, 13.
What?
So it's gone 13 hours straight. Like literally, you know.
Wait, but
I-
it's a smaller battery capacity than this, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but the thing is that the screen is 1080p, so
Oh,
it keeps it very-
yeah.
But the key thing is the processor. The Snapdragon 626 is very battery efficient. So if you look at other phones like the Xiaomi, right?
Yeah.
Xiaomi Note 4X, if I'm right. Yeah, Xiaomi Note 4X, and you know the BlackBerry that's like it has basically like the similar processor, the similar power efficiency, but all the battery life is excellent. So I got 13 hours on this, right? And with the battery life, how long do you think it is?
Double 26.
Well, around that, I would say 24 hours, which is still extraordinary.
Okay, who's gonna be watching Netflix for 24
Yeah,
hours?
exactly. It's like what? But
Okay, maybe those people go to NS and
Or,
they are stuck out
you
here,
know,
nothing to do maybe.
exactly. Or you know, one thing I thought of is that, you know, if you're on an extremely long haul flight, like let's say from Singapore to LA, this is a lifesaver if your phone doesn't have like you know, a power outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty innovative, and in fact, like, you know, compared to like the 4K screen, the squeezable function, we have to say that, you know, Motorola has really kicked out of the park. This is one of the most innovative things we've seen so far. Yeah.
And how much is the mod again?
So I confirmed the price of the mod, but this
Okay, I think it's a little over
around
100.
100 or less. Yeah, which is quite cool. The other mods like the camera should be around $200. Yeah. So the phone itself, I believe, is around $799.
Which is the cheapest of all this whole entire lineup.
Yeah, but you know, given
Including the iPhone 7.
yes, exactly. But you know, given that it's like a mid-range phone, it's quite a reasonable price. You know. Other mid-range phones, to be honest, they sell maybe about $500 to $600. So this is a premium. But if you think about, you know, the mod functionality, you know, the pretty crazy battery life, and the overall well-built nature of this phone, it's quite.
It's also USB-C, yeah.
It's also USB-C. Yeah.
Yeah, but the camera sensor is huge.
Well,
Huge bump. I don't know if you can see that.
it is a huge bump, but I've heard I mean, I've read online actually that this is to help keep the mod in place. So it's kind of like to
Okay, but once the mod is put on, it actually feels okay.
Yeah, it
Because,
feels
I mean,
okay.
it's
there's like a little dimple
blocked.
there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, the sad thing about these mods is that there's no extra protection around here. So if you drop it, right?
Oh, yeah,
goes your-
you can't put
you know?
any protection.
Exactly.
With the
Yeah.
mod on, yeah.
So it's a bit of like a downer on that. But yeah. So
Okay.
in terms of design,
I've got a burning question
yeah,
for this phone.
yeah.
Okay, because on our previous video we actually talked about this fingerprint scanner, which is not a home button. So
Yeah.
how many times have you actually pressed this thinking it's a home button?
9 out of 10. Yeah, I'm really serious. This is something that it's a design issue we have a problem with, because if you look at Samsung, right, the home button is here, and like you have your other your menu button and your other buttons. Same with like the HTC, the home button and the auxiliary buttons are put here. But on here, you have your fingerprint sensor, right, which can unlock your phone, right? But your buttons are all here, which is like, okay, that's an interesting design, or maybe there's something here. But the function of this fingerprint sensor is counterintuitive to what you expect. So you expect this to like go to home,
Yeah.
or but if you tap on it again, right, it switches off your screen, which is like,
That's
why?
annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying, because like when you press it and then like, okay, I'm on Instagram and stuff like that, I swipe, and then I press here because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
It switches on my phone. I'm like, oh man, I gotta like turn it on again. Yeah, so it's pretty annoying.
Can that be mapped to something else?
At this point of time, I don't think so. But
Okay,
I
but
can
if it
dig into the settings.
I think that would be.
If it can be, right, that would
Yes.
be really fantastic. Yeah. I've seen other phones, right, some other third-party manufacturers, like really obscure manufacturers. They've actually made this into a touchpad on their phone. So I mean, that's a useful
A
function.
touchpad?
Yeah, kind of like a touchpad, like where you can like, if you swipe to the left, there's a different function.
That's-
if you
that's
swipe.
the- that's
That's innovative,
yeah.
but like I mean, so far on Moto, it's just like a fingerprint sensor. So I mean, we'd like to see more.
And there haven't been any third-party casing for this phone yet, alright, to say that.
So far, not yet. This is very good. Yeah. But other than that, I would just say that it's quite well built. This is made of metal. If you bend it and stuff, right? It's really solid. It's got the same kind of strength you see on the other glass phones and stuff like that. It's really, really solid. I mean, there's no like creaking or stuff like that. Yeah.
Don't break it. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the whole lineup we have. Let me just.
Alright. Just take out the other phones. So these are last year's phones, right? And this is this year's phones. So in comparison, all these three, right? Well, we kind of find that things are getting interesting for Android. Yeah, it's very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
Every manufacturer is finding its special niche. So you have Samsung with their curved glass, like pebble-like kind of phones. That's so nice. HTC is focusing a lot on usability and audio.
Yeah.
Like Sony, it's 4K screen and its camera. And of course, Moto, you have the Moto mods and all this kind of stuff. So I mean, one question like will obviously come to mind. In September or October, that's when the iPhone will come out.
Yeah, man.
So can Apple actually play catch up to all these manufacturers?
I hope so.
That's a question. Yeah, that's one question. I mean, what do you think for Apple?
I think Apple, to be real honest, Apple's gonna die very soon.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, that's a huge allegation,
Yeah,
considering
man.
that
Come on, I love
their
Apple.
cash reserves are actually like 90% of Singapore's GDP. Yeah. So I don't think that soon, but you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took away the iPods already, so they'll take away the iPhones.
And what do you think they're replacing with?
I don't know, man. But yeah.
Okay, but I'm really hoping that this year's iPhone 8 comes out to be what people are expecting it to be. I mean, if they add in USB-C, if they add in that whole screen display, if they add in the fingerprint sensor below the glass,
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, even I, as an Android enthusiast, I would buy an iPhone.
I
because
would
of
buy
that.
VR. Okay, because I'm a user, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I really want from the next iPhone.
Yeah.
One thing I like about iPhone is really the iOS, I would have to say.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
very intuitive. It's not that confusing. Because when I was playing around with the Android phones, I found myself lost again. Like, I needed to relearn the entire OS.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though I used Android in the past, but it feels like the thing has changed over and over again.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
iPhone has pretty much remained similar throughout throughout the years.
It's got a sense of familiarity.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but you know the main advantage over iPhone versus the rest of these phones, which is something I want to talk about. It's the frequency of updates. You know, and like iPhone always, you know, because it's the same hardware everywhere, right? And whenever Apple pushes out an update, it always hits the phone on the same day it was released. Right, that's a great thing. Whereas like other manufacturers, they may not be as quick. So for example, you know Samsung, right? Their updates are like a little bit behind. You know, we have the recent Android 8 gonna be released. It's gonna be released pretty soon, right? And you know, most phones are on Android 7.1.1, but Samsung is still on 7.0. You know, so it's a bit dated. Yeah.
How long does Samsung update take to update?
Well, honestly, it can be anywhere between like 8 months to 1 year. It's
After the announcement of...
After the announcement, yeah. So that's one way they're lagging behind. But the reason is because, you know, their OS is called TouchWiz, right? Has a lot of heavy elements. It's customized. It's a bit different from the rest. Yeah. The other manufacturers, they do better. So like HTC, Moto, and Sony, right, have gone the way of stock Android, meaning that they use Google's launcher as it is, but it adds a slight addition, you know, of like new, different features like that's not found on the Google launcher. So it takes them less time to update. So you know, in fact, the Moto, right? 1 week after I got the phone for review, they pushed the update already to like 7.1.1. It's got all the latest security patches and stuff like that, which is what I feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
So the same with like the HTC and so on.
So I mean, especially with cyber attacks everywhere nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So you know, we were actually talking to Malwarebytes, you know, earlier this week on phones, and they said that Android is actually one of the hotspots for malware and stuff like that. And it's something that iOS will always have an advantage over.
I mean, because it's a more closed ecosystem, right?
Yeah. So I mean, that's one thing, you know, you want to consider if you're looking to buy the next iPhone. It will always be more secure than Android for now, you know. But if you're looking for more hardware features, right, and if you don't mind downloading like antivirus apps from Malwarebytes or other manufacturers, right, this is something you can consider. You know, all these phones, they work equally as good.
Okay, so you've been how long have you used each of these phones?
So around a week.
Around a week. Together lah.
Yeah, together concurrently.
Okay, so which is your favorite phone?
It's a very hard question, to be honest, because
let's not count your Samsung. Just history.
Alright, so honestly, I have to say the U11. It's really like
the U11.
Yeah, I mean, I am thoroughly like blown away by the battery life of the Moto Z, right? But for me, this is like it is so usable, right? The squeezing function to me is a lifesaver. It's so much better implemented than, let's say, that, you know, Samsung's Bixby button, which comes with remap, right? This one is customizable. You can launch whatever you want with a different squeeze. And Sony's one can't really exactly be reprogrammed. It's simply a shutter button, which allows you to take like photos like a photographer. So whereas, you know, like this feels so much more intuitive. It's something that we do every day. We squeeze things, you know. It feels so much more natural than a button. Yeah. So that's one thing. The camera has been good. You know, the battery life has been decent. You know, it's one day it's good enough for me. Sometimes I take a look at this and I wonder, you know, like honestly, I go to the office every day. You know, I can just like set down my phone and charge. And this is quick charging. So do I really need that much battery life? Yeah, that's something to think about. So I would say this does a lot of things very well. Audio is good, screen is good, stuff like that. This does the screen a little bit better. The Sony Xperia XZ has a slightly, it's got a brighter screen. You know, it's got more resolution.
This thing feels very premium.
It
does live up to its name. Premium.
It does feel very premium.
It feels fragile.
Yeah, but one thing I noticed after carrying this around is that this is slightly bigger than normal. Like to me, when I held this, phone, you know, this is so much more curved. Even though the screen is around the same size, it's so much more curved. And like
the corners really make a difference.
It does, yeah. Unfortunately, it's one thing we hope to see from Sony, you know, to kind of like revise their design. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, right?
I mean, if it's in my pocket, I want that to squat down because it might
like tattoo your jeans or like even break, you know. Yeah. But you know, like it's something on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let me ask you this question. Between this U11 and your Samsung S7.
Oh man, that's a very hard question. I'm so used to this because it's so small. The reason why I chose the S7 is because it's very handy. You can type with one hand, you know, it's easy. Well, going up to the U11 honestly was like it's really a breath of fresh air. Because honestly, this is still you can still use this with one hand, and it's still very handy. It's got the same layout, the kind of like the same structure as the U11. So I mean, moving up hasn't been such a hassle. If you had to get me to choose, yeah, I'll probably choose this. Yeah. But one thing I'll miss from the S7 a lot, two things actually. The screen, because it's AMOLED, right? AMOLED screens to me are much better than LCD.
I think it is too. Especially, I mean, it's on this Apple Watch, and I feel this screen is better than my iPhone 7 screen.
Yeah,
honestly speaking.
the color and the depth and everything. But the second thing also is Samsung Pay, right? So
UTC,
the HTC
U11 doesn't have.
It doesn't have. Well, there is Android Pay, but it works slightly different. Android Pay is like an NFC.
It's also an NFC.
It's an NFC phone, but Samsung Pay is slightly different in the fact that it has your credit card details and stuff. You can use this not only with NFC terminals, but magnetic stripe terminals as well.
Oh.
So the regular swipe terminals.
Yeah.
There's a chip over here that emulates the signal.
So you can just swipe your phone.
Not exactly swipe, but you can even just like hold it there, next to the reader, and it will think that something's like swipe.
Ooh.
It's cool, yeah. So that's one of the. Sadly, that's one of the things I don't have on here. And sometimes, I swipe up and like I expect to see the credit card.
But you don't see it.
Yeah, but you win some, you lose some. You don't have a perfect phone, nowadays.
Yep. I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, you got any other thoughts, Zach? Honestly, between these three phones, what do you think?
I like this phone a lot.
Come on, you've been using it.
The only reason why is that I didn't use this phone and this phone before, so yeah, it's biased opinion.
But your first impressions of these two?
Let me give a very biased opinion.
Yeah.
I like my iPhone 7. Okay, but honestly speaking, between these three phones, I think I would go actually for the Sony. If you were to ask me to choose, I'm a sucker for technology. You tell me 4K screen, I want that 4K screen. And it does feel very. It feels good holding it. I haven't used this phone, but just holding this phone and just looking at it makes me feel like it makes me feel classy, rich. I think compared to the U11 is also really nice looking as well. It does make you feel.
But there's
good.
For me, there's something about the way that the phone is.
Yeah, the design
and the shine. This feels. It's cool, but it's more of like a funky design,
Yeah, correct.
Like it's like, oh, this is a standout phone. Something you would see like maybe on the fashion runway or something like that. But this is something you would see like, let's say, C-level executives, will have a take out phone that's so shiny, But for this, what do you think about the design?
I think this has the biggest potential among all the phones because of the mods.
Yeah,
you don't know what mods can come out next time, which
Yeah.
can easily destroy all these phones.
Exactly, and in fact, Moto has actually said that most of their future phones, right, the future of the Z series and the other, the original Z Play, the mods will be backward and forward compatible.
That is very good.
So that's fantastic, and I've heard also that they're opening it up to like third-party developers, not just like JBL, the big manufacturers, but also they open up, I think, some stuff on Kickstarter. If I'm not wrong. Kickstarter are one of those crowdfunding sites where people can actually go on there and vote. Hey, I want a mod with like an awesome camera or awesome even a microphone. You never know what's going to come out of the community.
Can you imagine this? Let's say Moto becomes as big as Apple, and everyone in the world is crazy over the mods.
Yeah.
And imagine what China does with them.
Yeah, exactly. it's an unlimited potential.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But so far we'll have to see lah. Honestly, it's like Game of Thrones. You never know who's gonna die next. It really is. Like everybody thought HTC was gonna go bust, in the early days of the M10. But now, they're back. Yeah. And Sony, people also thought they were gonna die, but now they're back. Moto, it's also a classic example. People thought they were gonna die, but now they're back. And Samsung has been around, but you never know. If they make a mistake, a grave mistake like they did with the Note 7, that could be it. So, we were to say who wins, stay tuned. We're going to do a much more in-depth review, of all these different phones. So, stay tuned to our pages, posting out photos, posting out teasers, our own different opinions. You can just follow us on Facebook on 37 TechOut Singapore, and right?
Yep. I think that about wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
We'll see you next time.